Okay, my name is Clement Manyeka and I'm with Scientific Water. I was I'm the account manager for this particular project until the warranty is off from Tri-County. So I'm a sub for Tri-County. But I'm doing the water treatment for the HVAC, the heating and cooling system for your cooling tower and your chilled water and your hot water loop system. So right here what you have is a chemical bypass feeder. This is a manual feed. My guy, my service tech will come in, add a chemical in here, which is called a F600 chemical. That's the name we give it. And the F600 chemical is a nitrite-based chemical. It's for your hot water heat system to protect your hot water system to minimize corrosion. That's basically what you have. It's a one-time shot, and you don't have to add chemicals again. Not forever, in case you have a leak, then your chemical residual goes down, and then we'll come back. We're here every month to check that residual, whether we're meeting the right parameters. It's within range of what we recommend. If it drops, we'll add chemicals. If it stays the same, we won't do anything, but we'll make you aware. That's basically what you have. That's it. So this is a chemical bypass feeder for your hot water heat system. Any questions? That's it. There's no real maintenance onto it. You guys don't have to. For our guys, this is for my guys to use. This is just equipment to use to add the chemicals. For you guys, maintenance-wise, zero.
Yeah, this is all the main. That's the main water coming in.
Yes, so that's all hot water heat system from your boilers to heat your building, and that's basically it. If you guys have a leak, maybe one day you see my guy say, "Hey, we had a leak." Okay, you know, I'm sure he'll tell you. Say, "Oh, your chemicals went down, so we're gonna add maybe 2 gallons, 5 gallons, whatever is needed," and then you'll add chemicals.
Is this modern? Is someone monitoring this?
So my service techs come here once a month.
Okay.
They'll test for chemicals and they'll add chemicals. So basically, it's just a chemical bypass feeder that we use to add chemicals in. That's it. So normally, you see it's on right now because it's not. It's just for adding chemicals. You can actually shut it down because basically it's not doing anything for you, unless if it was a filter feeder, which is an equipment that we add chemicals and it's also filtering your system. But basically right now, if he comes and add chemicals and let it run for 15-20 minutes, all the chemicals are in the system, you can shut it off. So this is another shot feeder. Oops.
The same thing as the other
Same
one?
thing as the other one.
Okay, it just doesn't have this on it.
Because it's a chilled water loop.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
chill.
So if it's
That one's
chilled,
hot.
that's hot.
Okay.
This is chilled. So they close it out there because it's continuously it's running, so
Yeah.
it'll condensate and then you have all residues. So they put insulation on. But do we really need to have water running through it? Absolutely not. So this is something that also we can valve off.
Okay.
Because it's
So
not doing
chilling.
any.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's still on there.
It's still on. Yeah. Sorry.
How come it is on?
It is on. Yeah. But do we really need to have it on? Absolutely not.
He's saying why is this one generally in the on position when the other one wasn't?
No, it was. So all of it was on. But it's just something that I'll tell my service techs that you don't really need to have it on. I mean, they can leave it on. It won't do anything. But leaving it off is just prolongs the life of you guys in terms of gaskets and all that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not really doing anything for you either. You know what I mean? But if I leave it off and use it when I need it, I prolong the life of it a little bit than just having water running constantly. Make sense? All right. So this is for your chilled water system. It's also an F600 chemical. That is exactly the same chemical as the one that is in the hot water system. It's a nitrite-based chemical. And we maintain 500 to 1,000 ppm on those chemical ranges. So that's system number 2. Now we're going to go to the main system, which is your cooling tower, the most difficult one, the one that's more chemicals. So this is your chemical station for your cooling tower. Now, I don't know the operation of your cooling tower. Is it throughout the year or it's...
At the moment, yes.
At the moment, yes. But is it going to have a schedule whereby it's just the summertime? Or it's probably not?
We don't know for sure, but most likely it's going to operate throughout the year.
Say that again, sir.
We don't know for sure, but
Okay.
we believe at this point it's going to operate throughout the year.
So 24/7, eh? All right, cool. No problem. So here you have 3 different type of chemicals for your cooling tower. And they're operated by this controller And this controller uses flow for operation. If your cooling tower pumps, for some reason they stop working or you shut them down, this should be able to cut off these chemicals, right? It should stop operation of this because there's a flow sensor here that operates your cooling tower. Now, if I can move this, I'm also gonna have my guys change this. I don't think you should operate in 5-gallon pails. You should operate in at least 15 to 30-gallon pail drums. So I'll have that changed. Yeah, I'll have them change that out. All right, so I'll put 30 gallons so that in a space of 30 days, you need chemicals, you need it. 5 gallons, you need space of chemicals, and it comes here once a month, you could run short of chemicals. So we do. You have 3 pumps, you have 2 biocides. The F900 chemical is the corrosion inhibitor and scale inhibitor. The Bromex is an oxidizer chemical, which is a bromine chlorine based chemical. I think we call it the Beloside, is a non-oxidized chemical. So why do we have 2 biocides? We have 2 biocides because sometimes bacteria get used to one treatment and then they start feeding off that. But if you switch treatments on them, then they'll never get, you tend to kill it, you know what I mean? So it's good that you have this, and you also have your corrosion inhibitor for your cooling tower and scale inhibitor for your cooling tower.
Is this module set up currently to be circulating those?
Yes, so let's look at it. So it's a continuous feed, It's a flow sensor. So right now, it's reading 5,000. That's 5,000 in TDS, in conductivity.
Okay.
I don't want 5,000. I don't want to see 5,000. My recommendation is I need it to be at least below 1,500. So I want it below 1,500. Now, for it to get to 1,500, I need this thing operating. So I'm going to have to tell Tricon to come and put this on. Right. So this is what maintains what we call cycles of concentration. Why cycles of concentration? Because water comes in with a certain TDS. In this area, maybe 300, 400 TDS. We cycle it maybe 4 times. So we say, okay, 4 times 4, 1,600. Then I tell my guys, if it's 1,600, we're not building scale, that's fine. But I would usually go to 1,200. Okay. So we're cycling it 3 times. We cycle it 3 times before we blow down. This tells the system, this tells this valve, it's a normally closed valve. If it's a normally closed valve, it's energized by this. Say, hey, we got to our number, which is 1,200, which is our set point, you gotta blow down. And then it blows down. When it blows down, that's how you lose chemicals. It goes to a sanitary drain, so this should be piped straight to your sanitary drain. And then also there's 2 ways also you lose water in your tower. That's how you lose water in your tower. And that's how also, the other way you lose water in your tower is by evaporation, right? So why do we say this is really important to what we do? So we go into the system, we go into the controller. We hit setup run. Setup run tells you set points, calibration, time. You can customize alarms and everything. So let's hit set points. Number 1, sensors, which is this. It's called the conductivity sensor. So you see the set point, the program that's inside. So it's set up at 1,200. We don't really use set point number 2, which is 1,500. The differential is 100, sorry. And then the high set point, high alarm is 1,800. And you're at 5,000. And then it's gonna go on alarm.
What happens if you didn't
On
catch
high
that?
conductivity. So I'll tell you from the perspective of my company, we probably assume that your tower is off right now. So normally our towers run from April to, that's why I was talking to Chip, asking him.
Here's probably where the confusion came from.
Yeah, you know what I
When
mean?
they restarted, the system was shut down. It was winterized.
It was when, yeah, exactly,
They
yeah.
then started it.
And then-
They probably forgot to restart
Yes,
this back
to
on.
Richard, yeah. So that's why I was asking him operation, but I can fix that. So don't.
So now that this is likely going to be on 24/7,
24/7,
365,
365. My
that
guys
should
are
stay open forever.
forever,
Valves.
as long as this. Actually, that should never be closed.
Okay, so that will be open.
What happens is that when you shut your towers,
Can you drain it down?
no, it doesn't drain down. This operates on flow. It'll shut it.
Okay.
It'll shut this
So it'll
system.
do it automatically.
It'll do it automatically.
Okay. Now you were saying before that these chemicals, based on what I overheard, those chemicals need to be replaced by these guys
No.
every month?
No. My guys.
Every month you guys replace them?
My guys. So my guys are here every month.
Okay.
I'll find out which tech comes here. But my guys are here every month to do the hot water.
Okay.
If the hot water is in operation, the chill water, if it's in operation, the cooling tower is in operation.
Okay. And how long is that for?
That's for 1 year, for the 1 year warranty.
But then
So,
afterwards, you guys need to
but just understand that my 1 year starts earlier than the actual 1 year you have for your other equipment, because these equipment start working or they start asking for my service before you're fully operation. So, so I only charge them for 1 year. So if my 12 months comes up next month, I'm coming to you and say, hey, do you want to set up a contract between the two of us? Not with Tri-County, but it'll be, yeah. So it'll be sometime, I don't know which month,
Probably this summer.
Yeah,
but
it'll be over the summer
probably this
sometime.
summer
Yep.
sometime, and then we'll go from there. Any questions, Harry? You're good? I love you, my brother. Any question, Tony? No, okay, but Andrew, what do you think? Sounds good.
These
So-
guys don't need to do too much with this setup.
Yes.
It's it's pre-programmed. They know.
So my tech comes and operates this.
Okay.
Any questions, something that is technically above him, he'll come to me. Anything above me, I'll go also to somebody else.
Okay.
But I run your account. I'm your first. Any issues with my guys, or you just call me.
Okay. Is there, so technically my understanding is also this should be an alarm right now. 'Cause
It
it's
is an
above that
alarm.
1800. Where
It
do they
is an
see
alarm.
that it's an alarm?
Right
like
there.
if you clear the screen, if you go back to what it was at
It
originally.
is an alarm right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So system is already showing me it's an alarm because it's high. It's above my 1200 that is set points.
So if we go, if you don't mind, if we go back home to where it was at originally,
This is home.
that was what was on
This
the
is
screen
home.
originally?
No.
Okay.
So what was
Okay.
home? It was an alarm because there was no flow. Why didn't you have any flow? Because
Gotcha.
your valves were closed.
So now that it's actually reading it.
It's actually reading the
Understood.
water that is in the tower. It's actually telling you
There you
that
go.
you're high in
So
conductivity.
it'll blink at you when it's
So
But it's an alarm.
it's an alarm right now.
Gotcha.
So my guy comes and says,
Okay.
"Oh, so in other words, this relay one, when it's connected to the solenoid valve,
Yes.
this will be bleeding until this number gets to below
understood.
to 1100 because the differential is 100
Yes.
to 1100, then it stops.
Yes.
So even if you come in here and the water is just dripping, you'll be like, why is this water running all the time? It's because that number is not gone down yet.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
And you're changing them out to 30 gallons, correct?
Yes, my guys are gonna. They don't like it, but yeah, that's why I get paid the big bucks.
It'll
They
drain
gotta
out right
change
there.
it.
You see guys now.
Yeah.
It'll drain out right there.
Yes. Yes. So it'll go in a sanitary drain.
Okay.
It's important
sorry.
that it goes in a sanitary drain. We need to know that. We need to understand that, right, Chip? It has to go in a sanitary drain. It can't go in a system. So
All right.
we good? Lisa, you have a question for me?
Yeah, this
Go
thing
ahead.
you were talking about, is that important? You were pointing to that, but I didn't get it.
So this is called a conductivity sensor. This is what's reading that number, that 5,000 number.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have two. You have a flow switch and a conductivity sensor.
So technically also right now it's not even feeding until that probe is set up.
No, it'll fit.
Okay.
Did you hear the pumps running?
Oh
Let's-
yeah, I did. Okay. When
Yeah.
they were kicking on.
Let's
yeah.
let's see. So you have.
So that number will start to drop
So you
as
see,
of right now.
you see right now. So we have relays, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relays. All the relays are off except for one.
Yes.
Why is one on? Because of that 5,000.
Yes.
So if that number was below 5,000, this will be off as well.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's find out what relay. Let's go in here. So timer 1, relay 2. Timer 1, relay 2. 30 minutes, run 8%. For every 30 minutes, 8% of that, it will run. That's relay 2, which is your corrosion inhibitor. You hit back. This is relay Sorry. What relay number is it? Relay number 3. It's on a timer feed. Program 1. Every day, every week, at 10 o'clock. It's gonna come in and run for 20 minutes every day. Let's see, timer 3, which is relay 4. It runs also every day, every week, every day. I gotta change that. Doesn't make sense. But it runs at 3 p.m. For 20 minutes. So I'll talk to my guys to put a program, because if you put every chemical every day, it won't do any good. It's just a waste of chemical. So what you want to do is you want to put the Bromix every day. This one you want to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right?
All right.
So I'll take care of that. But currently, I'll tell you, we need to fix this. So we have one thing that we have to do, like pronto. In Spanish, vámonos. Right now, is this.
Okay.
So let's get that fixed.
All right.
And then we have our system in operation, and then I'll get the 30-gallon drums.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right? But any problems, please call me. There's no time, there's no late time. That's my job. That's what I do. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.